Welcome to Grandmaster or Bust. Or is this the Busted Grandmaster? I'm never quite sure. I'm working from novice level here. I've gone up and I've gone down, and I've opened up a new account on Steam, which means I can record it straight from my computer. And I have the pleasure of actually using a trackpad as opposed to dabbing away inconsequentially most of the time on the iPad, which is well, I don't know, I'm sure it must be a good thing. Right, now I'm going to play this game and I'm going to see if I can win. And I dislike all this starting where you've got to choose everything yourself, because inevitably it's the people in the first who make the first moves that really win. So since I can't make the first moves, I'm going to go for Europe. Now, Europe is a good place to get with one of these games. This is progressive, by the way. Progressive cards is a more exciting game than fixed. Fixed always gets into a stalemate if you're playing anybody any good, and if not, it's just a matter of simple attrition. But this requires a certain amount of psychology and something or other. You know, risk it's like life. You can be doing something that is logical, progressive. Obviously, you're on the way to make a killing, and then some arsehole decides that since they can't win, they're going to make sure that you can't win as well. As a consequence, I kind of feel that how many players are in this game? There's 5 players in this game. One of them's a bot. The bot is usually useless, but they can be, since they're predictable, that actually can be quite useful for us. Now then, what's going on here? I'm trying to put... Oh, right, I've got to put something there. I've forgotten there was a gap. Now then, what's happened here? Oh, go up here. There. Right, now then we've got... we know what we're doing. Oh, look at yellow. Wow, they've already got a continent. Anyway, right, this is how I'm going to start the game. I'm going to try and get Europe, and then I will just hang on to it and grow at a faster rate than any of these guys. Yellow will grow pretty fast, and I can see that guy's going to be my main problem. I did think I'd do an episode called The Way of Risk. You know, just pointing out the life lessons that a game of Risk can give one. I haven't got round to it yet. Maybe this is going to be it. Right, let's see what we can do. Well, we can't do much at the moment. We're just adding, and I'm just building up the periphery. This is not a good strategy when you are given a number of places on a random basis. What you like to do is really spread out. But if you spread out during one of these games where you actually have to choose your own places, what happens is that all those single items, single armies, areas that you've chosen will all be knocked off, particularly if you are late in the game playing order, and you don't want that. So it's always best to really concentrate on securing the periphery. These two here, I'm glad are going to kill off each other quite easily. So that gives me an opportunity. This guy here is probably going to be my nemesis. I don't know what's up. I'm going to see if I can simply ally with the game. Make an alliance. There you go. He'll leave me alone. I'll leave him alone. And with any luck, one of the others will fight against him. Red's made a good start, just destroyed orange. Orange is obviously going to be picked off very early. He's got nowhere to go. And my voice is going. My voice has got somewhere to go. I don't know where it's going, but it's certainly gone. Right, well, let's see what yellow is, see what they are. They're beginners. Right, because they're beginners, that might help. He's played 39 games. He's lost 10 in a row. Right, okay, that might be an indication of his strength. Of course, this is, for me, a novice. It's classified as my first game, which is not exactly a good idea of what I've been doing with regards to risk, but it will... Oh. I have no idea why it does this. This is going to ruin my game. Right, I've reconnected. Okay, so I'm going to go there, say that. I'm going to go here. Come on. Now I'm going to put that there. And yellow has agreed to be my best friend. Yes, I think he has. which should mean that now I'm going to grow as fast as he will. And I suspect red is... what's red going to do? Red's going to be the person that gives either me or yellow a bit of a problem. I'm now personally going to try and knock off orange. Orange is hopeless. Click your avatar to chat. Yes, I know, there. I don't want to chat. I just want to kill. My strategy is to do nothing about yellow, but to grow. And hopefully yellow will fall into a battle with red, and I'll take off orange and get their cards and sweep through the board, sweep the board. I'm going to be looking to take orange and green and leave red to him. Should I say attack red? No, I won't do that. It would be too obvious. So, yes, experience doesn't necessarily count. I've come across grandmasters that have played terrible games. In fact, I've been a grandmaster and played terrible games. You can easily lose your position when you're a grandmaster because everybody attacks you. For obvious reasons, they get bigger points if they can knock out grandmasters. Oh, it looks to me like orange has just given up. Yeah, the player is offline. Well, that's easy. These people, they do not understand that if you just do very little, just add 3, just don't attack anybody, become someone who is too weak in terms of cards to bother with, especially at this part of the game, but too strong to really warrant the risk of losing a few armies on. So they can actually last until we get into the sets and come back from absolutely nothing. I've done it myself many times. So what am I going to do here? Right, well, I shall put a 1 there, and I'm going to put a 1 there. Red's asking for an alliance, and I'm going to give them an alliance. Let's just give him an alliance. And I'm going to, shall I bother taking orange? It's not really worth my while taking orange, but I don't want anybody else to grab their cards. I'll leave them there. I could knock them out, but it just weakens me. And for what? I get one card, and the set at this moment is very low. Making a premature move on someone else just weakens you and doesn't really gain anything. And you'll see that with green. What's green? Well, green is a bot, so he doesn't know any better. I'll probably knock out green sooner or later. Yellow's going to get orange's cards, which is not necessarily a bad thing, simply because if he does go to a set earlier than anyone else, he just boosts up the number of troops that the next set holder can have. See, I'm giving you all these tips so that you can thrash me. And I'm trying to make a little entertaining video for you, because watching these games going on for hours and hours and hours, I'm sure will put you to sleep. Maybe that's what this is. This is an aid to sleep. It will hypnotize you. You are going to be a winner. You are going to go to your happy place and think of yourself as an active, mature individual who can take on the world, who has plans and puts them into action. You will be a winner. Which is all very well in life, but just like in Risk, other bastards come along and screw up your plans. Right, so my plan's kind of working, in that I'm allied with red and yellow and hoping that they will kill each other, and I'm going to just knock out bits of green. Don't like knocking out these twos really, because there's always a chance that the dice will go against you, but I'll keep that. I'm going to build up an army here. I shall keep doing this up to a certain point where the sets start coming in, and then I will collect all the armies into one spot and sweep through the region, collecting their cards. Yellow is going to be my main rival, and I'm going to let red happily destroy themselves. Red's useless. As you saw there, if you can see, it will. He's just had a very bad dice roll there, and he doesn't have the cards. So he's going to be a person that's actually useless to knock out. Now, what is yellow going to do? I wonder if yellow has made an alliance with red as well. So what's he going to do now? He's obviously eyeing up my weaker periphery, and will he attack me? Yeah, he's going to attack me. No, he's going to go for red. Quite frankly, now would be a good time to attack me. He could have knocked out all of half of my European holdings there, and I would not come back from that too easily, because there's no other set to get from anyone else. Red's useless, so how would I attack this other character, this yellow with next to nothing? So he could win the game quite easily. I'm going to move that 8 over here. So I feel vulnerable in that position. I don't want to threaten him. I'm going to pretend I'm threatening red. Green's only got 2 cards. Sets are low. Making your move prematurely, before you are ready for it. Isn't there some one of these self-help things that will tell you that you prepare for your successors? For when opportunity comes, you are ready. If it comes too soon, if success even comes too soon, you cannot follow it up. It's just a fluke, but you've got to continue with your success. Otherwise, you will be a failure. And so, knowledge, preparation, being able to roll with the punches, take the punishment, but keep on. There's an awful lot of stuff out there that extols the virtue of doggedly pursuing your dreams, despite the fact that there isn't much call for one-legged ballerinas or one-legged Tarzans, as the old Dudley Moore sketch would have it. Of course, you people out there do not know who Dudley Moore is because you weren't born when he was alive. Who are the people watching this? 8-year-olds? 10-year-olds? Terrifying. Achievement unlocked. No strings attached. Oh, right. I've had a certain amount of achievement now. What shall I do? Oh, yeah. I just keep on doing this. Green doesn't really... Why does it do stupid things like that? I don't need to be told how to play this game. Damn it, I am this game. Right, now then, the sets have gone to 5. And let's see what that does to the action. Will yellow make their move? What have they got? They got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, what have I got? I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, we're only about the same. No, they're only 1 more than me. They're actually growing at a faster rate than me, which is a bit of a nuisance. They've got 68. I've got 60. Yeah, they're ahead of me. How am I going to deal with that? Because if I play slowly, they'll just slowly overtake. So I think I've got to start making my move on the card level. Now, green is the obvious one there, but green's got 25. I'm going to lose 25 in getting there. That's a rough estimate. Is that one loses the same as one takes, and red's given up. Red has just given up. So red and green, why do they do that? Look at that. Look, red could have continued. Red could have provoked a fight between me and yellow. Red was in a position where he could have come in at the right moment and taken green. What is it with these people? So basically, by red going out, he is probably given the game to yellow. So now I've got a problem. I think I'm going to have to go and try and get red because he's got 4 cards. So how can I get red? Well, one of the ways is to encourage yellow to take him, to weaken him. So no, I'm going to wait till, with any luck, green will start attacking there. And should I push this up here? This is a complicated one. I'm going to get ready to take those. Oh, I don't want to use that one up. See, I'd forgotten I had a set. So let's push this to here. Now then, do I have enough? He's got 20. I don't have enough time, so I'm just going to put that ready there. And I'm going to bring this guy over here. Now then, one of the tricks that I might employ here is take this 30 right across there, get all of green, because that looks useful. And because the sets, well, you see, I've got a set there. And green's got 3 cards. I would still like to have, yeah, no, well, I'm going to go for red and get that 5 cards. I'll put in my cards, get a set, take out red, and then green. Then I should have 6. Yes, because he's not seeing it. He's going to go for green now, but he hasn't got the time. So he might make green so easily that I can just take green out anyway. Yeah. Okay. That's right. I'll get a bunch of sets now. And let's see if I can move really quickly here. Since I'm using a trackpad, I'm not used to moving these things around quite so quickly. As quickly as I need to. So, physical limitations here. Right, let's get this guy. How many should I put over? I don't want to put over that many. Right. Get the bastard. Is he going to do it in time? Yes, I got him in time. Ooh. Right, now then, I need to get green. Okay. Yes, this will get green. I'm going to run out of time here. Yes. Bastard. Oh, well. Well, green's cashed his cards in, so that's... oh, right, that's nice. So he's not going to get much by capturing green. He's only going to get 1 card, and that won't get him extra, but he's got 5 at the moment, so he's going to come after me now big time. So what have I got for my next? I've got 25, and that's it. Well, without any luck, yes, he's not bothering with green because he knows he only gets 1 card, so it wouldn't do him much good. And it won't do me much good, so I'm going to go straight after him. I'm going to weaken his position, and hopefully he's going to trap his forces and not be able to make much of a comeback. Right, well, I've got to cash my set in. This is a real pain though. And I'm going to come down. What am I going to do? I'm going to come down from here and do as much damage as I can. Weaken his position. kill. Well, that wasn't such a brilliant idea. Should I bother taking that one? Well, I suppose so. Give me a set. Give me a continent. What it's worth. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to leave him with that issue. Yeah. It's a shame I couldn't have got down to that spot there. Green's now going to have 2 cards, so it might be worth my while trying to knock them out. But I very much doubt I'll have time. I think I'm probably going to lose this game. So getting Green out of the way. If I knock out Green, at least I'll come in second position and I'll score something or other. So maybe that's what my game plan is now, to come in second rather than let a bot beat me. I don't know whether I've got enough to even get Green, frankly. No, I've got 10 up there. Yeah, didn't have time to move anything around. So I've only got 4, so 14's not going to get me anywhere. Right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to continue my weakening ploy, but quite frankly, next round he's going to knock me out and I can't do much about it. Right, let's see if I can fortify that up there. That would give me a chance of knocking out Green. Knocking out Green now would be good, because then I'd get 5 cards, and then I'm in the game again. I'm hoping that yellow gets so confused by the game that they block themselves off. But they've got to, no, they're going to have to be very, very confused to block themselves. What was I saying before I rudely interrupted myself? I was saying how boring these games can be. I've seen a number of these videos that go on for hours and hours and hours, and you're supposed to, I don't know, listen to someone drone on the hand, sit there and say nothing in particular about nothing in particular, which is what I'm doing. I'm saying nothing in particular about nothing in particular very quickly and loudly, and trying to sound as perky as possible, but quite frankly, I'm losing my perk. My voice has gone horrible today. Why? I do not know. I think he's blocked himself off there. He's left me to come in second, but if I can get that card very quickly, I come in here, grab everything I can. Let's go quick, move swiftly, come on. We stand a chance of winning now. This is going to be the comeback of a lifetime, and I'm moving as quickly as possible, and all it requires is one bad throw, and I'm very much against the limit here. Right, I'm going to go and try and get that 4, and I haven't. There you are, I've lost the game. Okay. If I'd have got just a few more troops there, I would have won the game. But nope, I've lost. Isn't that annoying? If he lets me through, no, I haven't even got a set, so I've got no hope whatsoever. He has to be the stupidest of players on the planet not to win this game. I would hasten to add that there are a number of people who will throw a game, even at this stage, because their mothers have said, stop playing that game, come and have your tea, go to bed, do your homework. Or if they're considerably older than that, their wives have come in and said, come to bed, have tea, do your homework, wash the dishes, take the dog for a walk, throw the rubbish out, all sorts of other things that wives tell their useless, lazy men to do. And of course, those useless, lazy men have just spent a day at the office with terrible people and just want to just sit there and chill out and go mindless and play a game that they used to play when they were teenagers and happy with their friends, messing around. Those were the days when one knew nothing. There were no viruses. Now, if I had to set now, I'd win, but I haven't. Look. Isn't that annoying? I've had a number of opportunities now to win the game, only if a little bit of luck came my way. See, there's a life lesson for you all. A little bit of luck can go a long way. But if you don't have the luck, it's curtains. But I am coming in second. So there you go. Second. Now then, if the guy gets distracted or he loses connection, I might win. But he's got to be very distracted, hasn't he? So that's the end of the game. Now then, what did he do? Well, he got the set at the beginning. He got the continent at the beginning, and I made an alliance with him so that I didn't bother taking Africa, and I hope that Red would be the person that weakened him, but Red gave up. So you cannot rely upon others. So what have I got here? Novice. Right, I'm 5,980,927 points. Well, we'll soon knock those out. All it requires is one good win and I'm in the game. Right. Well, I trust you've watched this game with a degree of fascination which extends beyond your imagination, and even if those words make no sense to you whatsoever, because they make very little sense to me, because right this moment I'm trying to do a risk video without saying or without going or without rambling on incoherently and saying nothing in particular, without leaving langueurs, those moments in those European movies where the clock ticks and people look at each other and it all goes soft focus and you're thinking, hang on, have I got a chewing gum or something? Didn't I buy a packet of sweets? Where's those fags that I used to smoke and I can't smoke in the cinema anymore? Oh, right, we're back into action now and there's lots of sex going on. At least there's lots of sex going on. Well, my imagination just went off there. I'm going to have to stop the game now and allow myself to get back into my normal, placid, laid-back self where I quietly work at my art, as I do every day, as opposed to whatever this is that I'm working at. But I keep putting these little videos up because I'm under the impression that when I see video channels and there's 10,000 subscribers to nothing in particular, someone unpacking something or eating a packet of cornflakes, although there was even one channel I came across, a guy who was doing a risk, he's put up a risk game, which or at least part of a risk game, and he sort of said, well, I thought I'd better put something on this channel because I've already got 10,000 subscribers on it and I didn't want to leave the page empty. And I think 10,000 subscribers for an empty channel? What the hell's going on here? And I looked and yes, that's what he had. He had 10,000 bloody subscribers for nothing. All I can imagine that he's paid some little guy in Mumbai to gather together 10,000 of his pals to to log on for the price of a couple of $100, thus making his channel a YouTube partner. Isn't that the aim? And then you can start getting revenue from the advertisements on there. Well, that would be nice. That's why I decided. I thought, well, what channel would do that? Well, a Stupid Risk channel would do it, and it would cost me absolutely no money whatsoever and very little time and effort to do it. And so here I am spending very little time and effort. So I'm hoping that you have learned something from this, how not to play Risk, if nothing else, and that all this takes very little time and effort, and in fact it's taken 22 minutes, 14, 11, 10, it's counting backwards. Why the hell is it counting backwards? It's till I get my next token. I don't know what this game is all about now. Tokens, there's a shop, look, I can buy, what can I buy for 30 ringgit? It shows you where I'm coming from. I can buy stupid maps. Brilliant, eh? I can play the French map, which is a really fascinatingly banal game. But they're all stupid maps. There's only one map in Risk, and that's the traditional one, because that's the only way you can know you're any good at it, because you're playing that game. As soon as you start going on to these other maps, the winner's the guy who's played that map 10 times more than the others and can click through it much quicker and know where the so-called continents are. It makes no sense. Well, actually, there's another game here which I quite like. I do like the Capitals game. That's quite an interesting variant, but you've got to have the progressive cards, because you've got to have something that's a tiebreaker. You don't want these games that just go on and on and on and nobody's doing anything. It's the first person to actually go to the loo, really, or for their connection to break down. Those are the ones that will lose, and you're waiting again for another person for a call of nature, and so on and so forth. That's not a game to play. That's a total waste of your life. And so I have been wasting my life for slightly less amount of time, just to bring you this brilliant entertainment, a blank screen which just says Risk Novice Wolfgang Bismarck 31. Go searching for him to play him, and it's like watching paper dry, isn't it? Never mind, that's what you're watching. If you've come so far, well, I suppose that's your life. Remember, risk is life. Or is that life is risk? Destiny is all. This has been Grandmaster or Bust, and I hope you have enjoyed this analysis. So don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my journey to Grand Mastery.